everybody. Welcome to this show tonight. My name is Jason Rodriguez. I am the home cook. I'm really excited to be here with you guys this evening. And for those of you who don't know, I am in culinary school and I love food. Who doesn't love food, right? But there's a difference between loving food, eating food, and having a passion for food. And I have always had a passion growing up, but that passion has grown even more the older I get and the more that I learn about food. And so I am really excited to go on this journey with you guys. You guys have been seeing that I do react videos now, um, but there are some videos that I want to react to that I could only do it on my laptop because I want to actually be able to respond to what I'm seeing. There are limitations to how I can do that on my phone, and I want to be able to engage in a deeper way. So, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys enjoy this. And tonight we're going to be reacting to Jamie Oliver, and I'm going to be joining through watching the video Chef James. Chef James. And I really have been enjoying these reaction videos because it's also teaching me from a professional perspective how things should be in the kitchen, in the culinary world, and so on. So, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and we're going to get right to it, guys. So, let's do this. Share screen. Are you guys ready? Jamie Oliver is going to attempt to make mac and cheese. Let's see what happens here. This should be fun, right? Oh boy. Jamie. He just tries so hard, but
hack of a friend of mine that they swore by. And I tried it, and I did it as a blind taste because I swore that it wouldn't work, and it did. Pan. Finely slice 3 of these onions. As the butter comes up to the heat, 15 minutes to make these onions go sweet and gorgeous.
He's adding a lot of onions to this. Well, I think Jamie is going to be caramelizing the onions. So this will add like a sweet element. It'll sweeten the mac and cheese a little.
Okay. First and foremost, personally, I don't know anyone. I've never experienced this. I don't know anyone who adds onions to mac and cheese. Now, if that's something you like to do at home, then that's fine. You know, no one's going to tell you what to do in your own kitchen. However, when you're teaching people how to cook, like the way Jamie Oliver is doing, it's just best if you stick to the recipe and stick to things that are simple, because a lot of people are going to be watching and not everyone knows how to cook. Not everyone knows how to use a knife. Not everyone knows how to cut onions properly. You guys have seen my videos. I teach you guys how to cut onions because I understand that a lot of people don't know how to do it. And so it is really important that you're teaching basics, especially at Jamie's level where he is known throughout the world. But again, I personally have never seen anyone add onions to mac and cheese, so this is just, in my perspective, this is weird. But let's continue. Let's continue.
A bit, but it's not a necessity.
I stir every now and again. Beautiful. So after 15 minutes, you can see the onions have shrunk back down. It's lightly golden.
I was right. Jamie is caramelizing the onions. This will add a sweetness to the dish, which, you know, you don't need to do it. You don't have to. You can make a simple mac and cheese.
So I'll take 3 tablespoons of flour, and that's our thickening agent to turn our milk into a silky, gorgeous sauce, and that will immediately suck up all of the moisture from the onions.
So what Jamie's doing right now is
Yeah,
making.
yeah. I was just gonna say, why is he making a roux for mac and cheese this way? Why is he doing it this way? Like, if you were just making a simple roux with flour and butter and water or oil, that's one thing. Like, uh, but why are you making a roux like this? Uh, I don't understand it. I'm not necessarily criticizing that. I am pretty critical, but I'm just more confused as to why he's doing it this way.
A simple roux. This is going to be the starter for the bechamel. Now, what's a roux? Well, a roux is an easy way of thickening a sauce. There are many different types of roux, but in general, you want equal parts butter and flour. Well, always a little more butter than flour because.
Sorry, he mentioned bechamel. For those of you who don't know, a bechamel sauce is basically a milk sauce, and it's one of the five mother sauces in cuisine, especially from how I've come to know it in French cooking. And it's basically milk, flour, and butter. That's how I've come to know bechamel sauce. But maybe one of these days I will do a video showing you guys how to do that. But in case you guys don't know, that's what a bechamel sauce is.
Otherwise, then the sauce is going to be a little lumpy. But there are 4 different types of roux. You have a white roux, which you cook for about 1 minute to 3 minutes. You barely cook it. You have a blonde roux, which you cook for about 3 minutes or a little longer, where it's still quite blonde. You have a brown roux, which obviously is a little darker. You cook it a little longer. And then you have a dark roux. And dark roux you cook for a very long time, not until the point where they're black, but until they're like heavily caramelized. And the white roux, the blonde roux.
The rest of the milk goes. So very slowly, we'll add that milk. As soon as it's absorbed, we'll add some more. So the rest of the milk goes in, and we're going to let that simmer while we cook the pasta.
Now, as far as adding the milk, there are many that say you need to add a cold roux to hot milk or hot milk to a cold roux. In any case, if the milk is at room temp, it should be okay. But when you go to add it to like this roux to make the bechamel, add it in stages. Don't add all of the milk at once, because there are tricks in the kitchen.
It'll become lumpy and hard, and
and that we use.
This is how I used to dress 6 months ago, and this is me now.
Okay, this is not what we want to see right now.
So of course, we're using macaroni. I'm only going to cook this for 5 minutes. I want to half cook the pasta and then let this simmer while we get onto the other flavorings of this sauce. So when it comes to choosing the cheese, you could do one, of course you could, but I want to do it my style.
Hold on. Is that cheese molded? Hold on. Let me... Wait. Is that mold? Wait, guys. Is it just me? Or is that mold on the cheese? Jamie, you're seriously adding moldy cheese? You couldn't just take the time to make sure that the cheese was good?
Bit my style.
Oh, he's going to be doing it his style today. I hope this isn't going to be a repeat of the butter chicken.
This is my kind of version of a butter chicken.
A little too generalistic. I mean, that's like cunty.
So this is a raclette, but you could absolutely use a lovely Gruyere.
Great. We're adding the moldy cheese to the mac and cheese. Great.
100 grams goes in like that. And then
I can see why the Michelin Guide has not awarded Jamie Oliver any Michelin stars.
Then Parmesan. I'll do that on a finer side. And Parmesan just has that amazing ability to join up flavors, make it all make sense.
Parmesan, Parmigiano Reggiano, if you're going to be adding the good stuff to this, the better the cheese, the better the sauce. It adds a lot of salt to this. So if you're going to be adding a lot of it, just taste it, yeah, as you're making it, because you can add too much, and then the dish is going to be a little, well, too salty.
Now let's just talk about nutrition. This is not a green dish, but it is one of the most beautiful things ever. But also, as indulgent as this is, it's a brilliant carrier of seasonal veggies. So lovely fresh or frozen peas, bang, amazing.
Frozen peas, guys. Frozen peas to mac and cheese? Okay. To my African American friends out there, please answer this question for me. But you could put it in the comment section if you want. Do you add peas to mac and cheese?
Peas? Seriously, the first word out of his mouth.
The chef agrees with me.
He says, well, you can add something to the dish. Peas. That's his favorite thing to add. I mean, honestly, he could have said anything else, but it had to be peas. Don't tell me that he's actually going to be adding peas to this.
Oh,
Getting
God.
asparagus in there, fantastic. Handful of spinach. But today, we're keeping it really simple. And this pasta has had nearly 5 minutes.
Yeah, really simple by adding peas.
Get into this pasta water and steal some of this starchy water, and we might need that later. We've only
need it later with the peas.
half cooked the pasta, and there's good reason for that, because when it carries on its journey of cooking, it's sucking up that flavor, not water.
A lot of people have told me recently that I pick on Jamie too much. I mean, I'm not as hard as him as Uncle Roger
Oh,
is.
boy.
Yeah, I'm not. I could be, but I'm not.
Yeah. Uncle Roger is merciless towards Jamie Oliver, but I could understand why.
King.
So I'll get that in, and I'll save back just a little bit for on top later. A teaspoon of English mustard gives it an amazing color and gentle.
Huh? I've never heard of a recipe again, this is all what I have heard. I've been cooking since I was about 12 years old, but as far as being a culinary student, it's only been about a year or so now. Officially, like actually going to school. It's been like almost a year. But as far as times where I've eaten mac and cheese, I have never heard of a recipe. See, the mustard just made my tongue twist. I've never heard a recipe that calls for that.
Heat.
Now, just before anyone starts criticizing Jamie and going after him for adding English mustard to this, you do, or you can actually add English mustard to this to just give it a little bit of spice. And a lot of recipes do have English mustard, so this isn't a bad thing. However, it's not for everyone. If you don't want to add English mustard.
Well, okay, chef. It might not be a bad thing, granted, but again, like I said before, you're teaching people about this, and I have never, my African American brethren, I have never heard of I've never had mac and cheese that they made where it called for that.
To it.
That's just me personally, but I could be wrong.
You don't have to.
A little hack of a friend of mine that they swore by, and I tried it, and I did it as a blind taste because I swore that it wouldn't work, and it did. Mango
what's
chutney,
that?
1 teaspoon.
What?
Slightly strange.
What is
Go
this?
with it.
What is this? What is this? Mango chutney? What? Hold on. I need to take a sip of water before I faint from disgust. I have no words. Let's just keep going.
A friend recommended the hack. Did this friend also recommend to put the mango chutney in the butter chicken and the shrimp curry that we reviewed?
Oh my gosh.
Did he? Which, by the way, if you haven't seen that video, or both of those, I'll leave the links down below.
I know what we're going to be reviewing next.
So if anyone doesn't believe me that mango chutney, that brand of mango chutney, this specific type of this brand is sweet. I remade Jamie Oliver's mango chutney. I still have that mango chutney, and tasting it, is off the scale on the amount of sugar that they add to it. Honestly, this brown and mango chutney.
Hold on, I want to actually see, because he held it there. I want to see if I can see how much sugar is in there. Let me see if I could see. Okay, we see it says sugar, but where is the... Let me see if I could take the subtitles off. Let me see. I don't see where it says. I see salt, protein, fiber, carbohydrates, fat, energy, and it says of which sugars, but I don't know, maybe the carbohydrate of which sugars. I guess maybe that could be it. So that says 57 grams. That's a lot of sugar to be adding to a sauce like this. If that's the case, that's a lot of sugar.
Honestly, this brown and mango chutney is tasty, but it's sweet as fuck.
The Mr. Cool DIY is the only ductless mini split heat pump you can install yourself without expensive HVAC.
We're going to add
I am glad that he censored it for me.
little bit of this starchy water to get ooziness and silkiness. So it's really important to do this off the heat. We don't want to be boiling cheese. At this point in the story, we go in with...
He got one thing right. I got to give it to him. Removing it off the heat. Because you don't want cheese to become clumpy. That's the worst thing that happens when you're trying to make a dish that has cheese in it. And unfortunately, cheese is one of those things where, in my experience, it could happen very easily. So yeah, you do have to be really careful with that. So he got one thing right.
Our macaroni, give it a nice little toss up. I'm excited.
Did I miss that part? But it didn't look like he blended the sauce. Well, maybe he did. But if you're going to be adding all the onions through this, and if you have any lumps as well, it's just a good idea to give the sauce a blend. Unless you want it a little lumpy. I mean, I don't want my cheese sauce to be lumpy.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're going to add onions at home, I agree with Chef here. Blend it, that way everything is smooth. And then you just get the onion flavor. If that's how you want to do it, then fine. And then, you have a little alternative and you have flavor like that. That's fine. But again, like I've been saying in this video, when you're teaching people and you have a big platform, it's a whole different story. You're misleading people. That's why if you guys watch my videos so far that I've made of teaching certain things, I try really hard to be sure that I am teaching carefully and explaining things properly before I go off into creating and experimenting with food.
Lumpy sauce with mango chutney in it. Blech.
And I forgot one season.
That is disgusting. I don't know how you could add that.
Worcestershire sauce. A good couple of...
Why are you adding that? Oh my gosh. I mean, you can add that to things like steak and whatnot. If you're making a steak sauce or a stew or something first with beef. But anyway.
The little swigs in there.
Now, personally, I've never tried it with a mac and cheese. I never would have thought of adding it to a mac and cheese.
No.
But then again, I would never have thought of adding mango chutney to mac and cheese either.
Which is 400 Fahrenheit. Now, what I want to do to make it even better is contrast that creamy, cheesy gorgeousness.
Huh?
So we're going to make a pancreas
now?
Bacon, herb, garlic.
This is nice.
Okay.
Adding some crispy bacon and breadcrumbs to the top of this.
All right.
Very nice. It adds texture and flavor.
As it starts to get lightly golden, that is your cue to put the breadcrumbs in. And these flavored breadcrumbs are like a gift on a simple pasta dish, even lovely stews. Amazing. These breadcrumbs have gone golden and crunchy. They smell amazing. Come on.
If the breadcrumbs are a little dry, you don't have enough basically fat in that. You can add a little bit of lard to this and it will add more flavor to it. And
Beautifulness. Crack.
Kind of sounds like a kid when he goes into a toy shop.
I mean, as Chef James has said in other videos, if we didn't know what was being put in it, it would look nice. But because we know what is being put in the food, uh, I'm sorry, no.
Huh? Wee!
Come on. You know it makes sense. A few beautiful salad leaves, the ultimate smoky bacon. Crispy bits. Enough talking, let's just eat it.
If I just saw the end result and I didn't know that he put some mango
Oh,
chutney in this,
there you go. Like I said,
oh, you could say, oh, well, that doesn't look that bad. But, que pasa? I know what he put in it.
let's see if he takes a second bite.
Like the depth of flavor is off the hook. One of the things I like to do, which is my own personal problem.
I don't think that's his own.
Own personal problem.
Any problems.
Is to take a vulnerable.
For those of you that don't know me, that's my sarcastic laugh. Either I'm being sarcastic or I'm either being sarcastic, I'm being silly, or I'm in just such unbelief that's the laugh I choose to do. That's not my real laugh.
Empty gem lettuce leaf and then load it with mac and cheese. And I actually do this at home, and my kids are around the table, and they're just looking at me going, "You are such an idiot. You are like."
Well, I mean, hey.
They took the words right out of my mouth.
But then when they try it, they realise that I'm a missionary trying to make the world a better place through mac and cheese. Don't judge me.
Oh my gosh, Jamie, please no.
I say no more, but click the link and cook it. You'll love it.
One thing that I love about Jamie, and for the most part, nobody can deny this, he is a character.
Yes, he is definitely a character. He definitely is. And that's all I'm going to let Chef James say on that regard. And on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys join me again next time. Put in the comments what videos you guys would like to see me react to next concerning the culinary world, and maybe even send me videos that you find that might be either amazing or unbelievable in a good way or a bad way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe to the Home Cook. I will see you guys next time.